So what Waldorf and like what Montessori and what like Reggio Emilia, all of them are, is very much so student-based learning. So like if you have a student that's really into like paper airplanes, you like start teaching them about like how the air affects it, how to design a paper airplane to make it go further or do certain things, and like you learn about the world through a very experimental way, and that way you like intrinsically learn the knowledge, but sometimes you lack the like paper knowledge of it. So like maybe when I was learning like a little kid, I didn't really learn a lot on like how the alphabet works, but I did learn like a lot on random stuff. Like I know how like film is created. Like I know how you like can like old photography works. We learned about that, and that's how my style of education when I first started learning worked. And I was actually really good at reading. I learned reading really fast because of that education style.
I'm a public school kid, full public school.
Well, I went to public school too after preschool.
You learned about how to make film in preschool?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we were curious about it.
That's so weird.
And it's literally like the style of education we had was we followed our curiosities.
That's so hoity-toity.
I mean, yeah, it is.
Like, let the children... It's like, no, teach them ABC and let them have their snack, okay? Well,
we did have snack and we learned our ABCs. We just learned them a little bit different than other people.
With the silver spoons in your mouth? Is that what the difference was? I didn't get that. I got, it's nap time, go to bed. And I hated it. And now I wish every time was nap time. Because I'm always tired and sad. I didn't get any of that. You know what I did get? Here's something that I got from my... I'm just gonna kind of shit on your... not shit on, but be like... seven pairs of glasses and bifocals, preschool, with your little dresses and little bow ties on. What I got was some real facts from some real cool teachers. What I learned one lesson that I will never forget, and I learned it when I was in preschool. And here's what I learned in preschool. We had a substitute teacher or helper for the day, right? And she came in and she gave every kid a bottle of glue. This is not like she didn't like make this up. This has happened for a lot of people, but it happened for me.
I think I know where this is going.
She gave everyone a bottle of glue and she said, "All right, kids, do whatever the hell you like with it," basically. And we were like, "Sick!" And like we squeezed the bottle. We wouldn't put it on each other. She said, as long as you're not putting it on each other, and it's like basically we had a mat on our table. She's like, you can do whatever you want with glue on that mat, you know. And we, did crazy things, and we made glue art, whatever, and we kind of like made a mess. And then she said, "All right, now try to put it back in."
Yep, that's what I thought.
That's what it's like when you say something to somebody. You can't take it back. And I will never forget that. Ever. And that's what I learned. And no kid was like, "I would like to learn about what we say and how it affects others." Because I need it. Oh God, we're the same age, and I sound like I'm a boomer now. I learned how to I got toast because I had to put the bread above the fire. Like,
we learned about that too. We learned about sharing, and we learned about like... What? And what?
We learned about that too. We just, when we had our filet mignon, then after that we would talk about the ABCs. It was preschool. Right. Please. When we were in preschool, they said, "All right, kids, put your knives on your left and your forks on your right, and make sure that the water is just ever so placed away from the placemat. And then let's talk about the color schemes." Yes. You want to learn about colors? I'd like to learn about gravity. Well, Newton did say, like, of course we learned about colors, but of course when we were talking about astrophysicism,
Just a little extra something.
That's what you sound like.
It wasn't like
I will never believe you.
Oh my God.
Are you sure
It wasn't like I was saying like,
take care?
I just came in one day and I was like, shut up everyone. We're learning about spaghetti today. And everyone was like, okay, it's okay. And this is how you make it. And this is how, it's called play style learning. It is a very actually important way that children learn. You're laughing at me and I don't like it.
All right, children, how would you like to play today? Well, I would very much like to play the scene of Marie Antoinette looking at the guillotine as she's holding her child, Louis XVII. Well, of course. I said, okay, so Jimmy, you will be Marie, and then someone will play Louis XVI, someone will play the guillotine. Right. And then colors, so this is red. Red is the color of the blood of that X that fell out. Yes, I was a child just like you. We are all the same here. There's no difference. I, of course, learned about my ABCs. We started with A, astrophysicism. B, I'm not even smart enough to think about a fun B word. Biodegradables. C, castration of the singers.
Oh, Jesus.
The singers to be castratis for Mozart's operas, you see. Yes, I was a child just like you.
And it wasn't like the children came in and were like, "Excuse me, Professor, I would like to learn about this." It was literally like, stop. It was literally like,
Got a couple of moves.
I would be playing with marbles, and I started to have an interest of how like the marbles went down certain paths at certain times. In the stop.
And so as I saw the marbles going across, we learned about the Newton's laws, you see. And then when I looked at the marbles, I said, how does a sphere of glass made in such a way, Professor? That's what it sounds like!
It's literally like if you noticed that I had an interest in something, we would expand upon that. It was very scientific method. It was
And each of you were scientists.
That's kind of the concept. The concept is that, like, we are little explorers. Like,
Little Einsteins.
It's very little Einstein. Okay, my mother does say that, like, a lot of these people who put their kids in these things, in these classes, have what she calls baby Jesus syndrome, where it's like it's their firstborn child, and they're like, this child must be raised to perfection. This child is a gift to the gods. Here, teach my child the world. And that's like...
We're going on tour, by the way.
Oh, sick.
In the game.
Oh, sick.
I'm sure you've missed all of it.
We were just kind of driving around for a hot second.
Continue your genius baby school and justification of it. I'm curious to hear.
I just...
No, I'd like to hear it.
I hate this. I don't know how to justify it. Like, literally, I just think it's the optimal way to teach a child. Because how many children... Okay, from your public school that you're so like, wow, this is the best way.
I didn't say it was best.
This is a non-hoity way to learn.
It is a non-hoity way to learn.
But, like, what child wants to be sat down in a little, like, desk that it's like so small that you like barely have any way to move, and you're like baby, so you like don't have any way to move anyway. Like, what child wants to be sitting there? And
no child. You don't have laws. You don't have any fucking laws or rights as a child.
Well, yeah, but like, what child wants to be sitting there as the teacher goes like, and this is the alphabet, A, B. Like, nobody wants to learn.
No child wants to learn.
No, that's not true.
Okay, no child wants to be taught like math.
That's the point. The point is that we learned math very organically.
Oh god. You can't justify it.
I can.
Not to me. You can justify it to anybody else, not to moi.
I just think it's all like I learned how to read very organically. I learned how to.
I'm waiting for you to say little Susie was looking at her water glass and she noticed that when she was looking above it, the height of the water was a little lower than when she was at the right level of it, and then you learned about the meniscus.
We didn't learn about the meniscus.
Is that what it is? Meniscus?
Yes, you're right. It is the meniscus.
I don't know. Apparently I don't, because I come from dumb school.
You don't come from dumb school. It's just like I just don't think it's a way that children want to learn, and it's not the way that like children will learn, like take things in. You know, like it's that. It's. Have you like?
Who did you grow up with? What children were like? I'd love to learn about a scientific method. Please.
But I mean, that's what happens when you put children in a place where they're actually allowed to learn and not forced to learn. Because then, like, if a kid does nothing.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying it's hoity. It's haughty. It's hoity. It's beloit the doity. You know.
I don't know why you're calling me so hoity on this.
I'm not going.
Look, when we take our children to school.
I'm not gonna have kids if they go there.
Wow, I can't believe you.
Whoever my spouse is, we're gonna abort them there.
Jesus!
The moment my child comes back.
Dark.
Me? Dark? Never would've. I don't like these things. They're trying to kill my little tour bus. Ironhead!
Just saying, my education was good. I like learning that. It's that, like, it's.
I never said mine was better.
I just think.
No! Well, we died.
I think, for me, it was the optimal way to learn.
That's fine.
And I would like my children to be taught that way.
That's fine. I will still go home. I will still sleep in my bed and go, that's pretentious. It is! These ones are always the hardest. Oh, God. These are always the hardest ones because it's like, the bus has like no health. So if you're not with it long enough, it's just gonna blow up.
This game feels like it's like 6 different games within one.
It kinda is. It's fun though. I like this game. It brings me joy.
Does this bring you joy?
It does. Oh,
well then keep it.
I'm already smoking. No!
I'm just a baby.
What?
He said, am I already smoking? I was like, it's just a baby.
No, I'm not. I'm 23.
That's a baby in my eyes.
Why do babies at your school smoke? They had long tin pipes. And they talked about...
Look, we were just learning about thermodynamics, Connor.
Yeah, literally, yeah. I chose to learn about thermodynamics, okay?
We learned about thermodynamics and somebody was like, well, you know what? I just want to put that in my cigarette.
Why am I not allowed to choose that I want to learn about thermodynamics but as a 4-year-old smoking out of a pipe? I don't understand what the problem is here. What, you think your public school isn't allowed to do that? That's what you sound like. I didn't say there's anything wrong with it.
You're just saying it's hoity.
It is.
Am I hoity? Am I a hoity person?
No.
I don't trust you.
Why?
I feel like deep down you're like, hoity.
No. I was a classical music major.
Yeah, that's fair. You were pretty hoity about that.
I'm not going to survive this again. Dang it. I wish I was better at this game.
This sounds hard.
It is hard.
This looks hard.
It is hard. Come on. Well, we're going to try again in a second. No, I don't think you're hoity.
Oh, we're back on this.
We are. I don't think you're hoity. I just think you're the word.
No. I just think you're bad.
No, I just think like, and that's probably also because I'm at that age of I'm old now, and so now I make I'm old references and go I'm old, and we didn't do that in my day.
We're the same age. I'm older than you.
I know, only by 17 days.
That's true.
But that's what it sounds like. It sounds like wow, like very like. You are a very educated person. You are a very smart person, but the way that you're referencing that school makes it sound like I just don't understand what you don't understand about this. Like, you know what I mean? That's what it's very that.
I think we're here.
Nice. I didn't die again. Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Machine gun. Alley! Out of any metal bands or songs you know, what is your favorite? That's a good question.
What are we determining? Like, because my metal knowledge is limited.
Here, I'll tell you if I don't consider it metal, and then if I'm wrong, then everyone else can yell at me.
Because I am the gatekeeper of metal.
Well, no, but I mean, like, just because it's just you and I, we don't have anybody actually watching and giving us any stuff.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if I do or don't consider it metal.
Okay, let's do. Who does Master of Puppets? Who does?
That's Metallica?
Yeah.
Yeah, Metallica's metal.
That's most of my knowledge. Metal is Metallica. Like Enter Sandman, I really like that.
Yeah.
Like One,
Battery.
all of them. Yeah, Battery. Like that's most. My metal knowledge is primarily in there, which I understand is a very basic metal knowledge because Metallica is like the metal band.
They're not the metal band. How could you?
They're like the popular metal band. Would you describe that's how? Because I see whenever like any metal stuff is being shown, Metallica is usually like the highlight.
I would not consider, but that's just me. I feel like Iron Maiden or Judas Priest.
Okay, I mean I do know Iron Maiden,
and maybe it's.
But I really did like when I was growing up Metallica.
Oh, I love Metallica.
That was like that was probably.
Wait, no, Black Sabbath.
Okay, yeah, Black Sabbath is up there. I think they're all like main names of metal.
Here's what I would say. I think for our age, like for the people who are from, so we were born in '97. For our age, most people will think Metallica because Metallica was still being talked about heavily for people even around our age when we were younger.
Okay. I could see what you're
There
saying.
was no one. There was no like there like my brother's 5 years older than me, and he was talking about Metallica, so that's why I knew about Metallica. But it's not like kids that age were going, oh yeah, Judas Priest, I mean, and not that there aren't, of course.
Hello, fellow kids.
Yeah, of course there are people who, and not that kids.
Hello, fellow kids. Do you want to learn about Judas Priest?
Yeah, right. Do you want to learn about Motorhead and Judas Priest and others that I can't think of right now? Lita Ford. What else did I just say? Black Sabbath. Kiss is metal, I think.
Yeah.
Kiss is one I would consider Kiss metal, but I think Kiss is another one. Is a good example of, is that rock or is that metal? What's happening?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Like, just imagine something that, like, intense happening in your life. Like, you just grew wings. Like, that's your new normal now.
Seems happy about it.
Those druids at the temple. They must have poisoned their blades with demon venom.
That must be it.
That's
Remind me
it.
to send them a thank you note. I feel great.
You need to lay down in the bus.
What is that
What
line?
is that?
Listen to me. I know you're all.
What the hell is that?
I promise you.
But, like, you just have to make it a snap. Like, this is it. This is my life now.
But I'm sure the effects.
Like, he was just a roadie. Like, not even 2 days ago.
Demon.
Now he's a demon. And like, you just have to live with that.
Let us not fear this.
That'd be cool.
blessing from the
If you had wings and you could like fly like the way I'm about to when you see, would you think that was cool?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it'd be cool, but, like, I'm just like,
Parents were wrong about
a start,
What does that mean?
backstory, plot. Like, it's just like,
Look over here.
imagine that you, Connor, are living your day-to-day life, and
I
then
grow
all of a
wings.
sudden you grow wings, or all of a sudden you, like, are transported to another dimension. Like, you have to just deal with that. Like, my brain could not fathom that.
Really?
Well, I mean, like, my brain could, like, theoretically fathom that but, like, it's like that concept of, like, imagine you're a bat. Okay, you're not really imagining you're a bat. You're imagining you're a bat with human consciousness. Because we will never be able to understand what it's like to be a bat.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, I would never be able to
you think that this is the same?
understand. I would never be. I think there's more nuances to it. My favorite word of lifetime is nuance.
Did I put this on brutal or not? Because this is so freaking easy.
It's unbrutal.
Wow. This is easy.
It's so easy. We're talking about multidimensional theory while just playing it.
Yes. This is very funny. The viewers don't like this. Make a joke.
Oh, sorry. I'll be funny again.
I'll be fun again.
I was funny once.
Once in my life.
Never again. Nary again was I funny.
What would be your favorite part about this world, though? Like, if you lived in this world,
If
what
I
would be
lived
your
in
favorite?
this world, I guess I would be constantly just excited to play the guitar.
Oh yeah.
Like I would be constantly improving my guitar skills.
Ooh, melting face.
Oh wow!
Sassy. Oh, this is so. This is literally so easy. What the hell?
How did melting your face off become a thing in rock? Because it's like a thing. It's like oh my god, he's like trying so hard. He's like melting my face off.
I just love how these serious, like, what is the, like, you're trying to get to the root of all these questions. I love it.
I'm a very serious. It's because I came from my hoity-toity school.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I need to
You
know.
have no creative imagination.
It's all science. Here.
I'm looking at the dragon, but how does that do?
See, I'm seeing a dragon, but I want to know how the dragon.
Yeah, right. Literally, like melting face. Why though? But who let them? I don't understand.
What's the thermodynamics of that?